Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Zatul Akma binti Roslim, and I will be the first presenter for today's presentation. Our group topic is all about workplace ethics and professional ethics. But before we begin our discussion, let me introduce our group members. So the first presenter will be me, Nur Zatul Akma binti Roslim. The second presenter will be Nurul Atira. Next is Muhammad Afiul Shaidi will be the third presenter. Muhammad Firdaus will be the fourth presenter, and the last one is Sarah Akila. So did you guys remember about the first video? What did you learn in the previous video? So let me refresh back about the video just now. The video is all about the team. There are 4 types of worker that we just watched in the video just now. Maybe one fine day you will be a boss or a manager. You need to know what the criteria that you need in your worker before you hire them in your company. What is their behavior, their ethic that you can consider in your worker later. So in this topic, we will discuss about workplace ethic and professional ethic. So first, we need to know what does ethic means. Ethic is known as moral principle. It is served as a guide to moral daily living to the human being. And ethic also refers to the set of rules that describe acceptable conduct in society. Ethic also can be described as a discussion of right and wrong behavior, good and bad action, and justification of what makes them right and wrong. So let's move to the main topic, which is workplace ethics. Like we have discussed earlier about the ethic, there's no big difference between workplace ethic and also ethics. Workplace ethics are the set of values, moral principle and standard that need to be followed by both employers and employees in the workplace. It is set of rules and regulation that need to be followed by all the staff at the workplace. There are 2 types of behavior, which is the first one is ethical behavior and the second is unethical behavior. So what is ethical behavior means? Ethical behavior is simply put, is doing the right thing, the right path. And the unethical behavior is the reverse of ethical behavior. In the workplace, unethical behavior certainly includes any deeds that violate the law, such as theft and violence. So the next presenter will be explain about the example of ethical behavior and unethical behavior. So why it is important? Why does workplace ethics matter in human life, especially in workplace area? So the first is to engage positive relationship in workplace. It is to foster both employee and employer relationship and employee and customer relationship. So the second one is workplace ethics ensure management guides and mentor their employees well. Workplace ethics is important as it enables management to treat all employees as equal and think from their perspective as well. Employees must have a say in their appraisal system. Transparency is actually essential and basic in our workplace.
It is proof that transparency could create trust between employers and employees, help improve morale, and lower job-related stress while increasing employee engagement and boosting performance.
The next one is workplace ethics protect company assets. A company can prevent property theft and falsification of documents by implementation of workplace ethical standards. Also help to protect an organization from loss of income due to employees taking false sick leave. So here are some of examples of workplace ethics. The first one is reliability. Employees with a strong work ethic are very reliable. You can expect these individuals to be on time on shift or any meeting. So the next one is discipline. Discipline is actually an essential part of showing a good work ethic. Highly disciplined employees will show determination and commitment to the job. They strive to meet or exceed expectations and seek opportunities to learn new skills and improve their performance. Next is cooperation. A good work ethic is something that employees often spread to those around them by cooperating willingly on projects. They will show good teamwork and readily assist others when they need it. So the fourth is integrity. Professional integrity means holding oneself to a high moral principle. Those with a strong work ethic also have outstanding integrity. They are honest, polite, and fair to others' workers. The next one is responsibility. Demonstrating strong work ethic requires a keen sense of responsibility. Those who are ethical and responsible hold themselves accountable for their action. They will be accept the blame for error that they are contribute and proactively work to fix these issues. So the last one is professionalism. They exhibit a professional attitude clear in the way they dress, speak, and carry themselves. They are respectful, focused, organized, and also neat in whatever they do. So let's focus to the next main topic, which is professional ethic. Professional ethic is the conduct, aim, or qualities that characterize or mark a profession or professional person. It implies there is a quality of workmanship or service, but in reality, it is more about ethical behavior in the workplace as well. Let's move to the professionalism. Professionalism is the conduct, behavior, and attitude of someone in a work or business environment. Professionalism also leads to workplace success, a strong professional reputation, and a high level of work ethic and excellence. So, as a teacher soon, what is type of professionalism that we need to consider to be a good teacher later. So the first one is neat appearance. An educator's appearance plays a role in conveying professionalism. Teachers also include personal appearance and dressing appropriately. It includes how you talk and act both outside and inside of the school. Next is be positive. Positive interaction with the students. When it comes to interacting with students, teacher must be understand. There is a fine line between being a caring adult and being a friend. Professional teachers do not let desire to be liked by students get in the way of enforcing classroom and school rules. They do not show favoritism and discriminate against with each of the students. The next aspect is discipline. Be on time. Arriving early to school or staying late is often necessary for the teacher. Some people may prefer one option over the other to complete, such tasks as preparing lesson plans or organizing the classroom, responding to message, entering data, and so forth. And the last but not least is honesty and integrity. When you are a role of model and authority figure for children, how you carry yourself matter. Your action can always be scrutinized. Therefore, teachers are expected to be honest and act with integrity. So that's all about my part. I will pass to the next presenter, which is Nurul Atira. She will explain about work ethic performance standard. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Atira. I am your second presenter. I'm going to talk to you about work ethics performance standards. Alright, so to be successful in a career, you must possess both strong occupational skills and good work ethics. Alright, so the following that I am going to talk to you about are 10 areas of work ethics traits and performance standards you will be presented and expected to exhibit in the workplace. Alright, so the first slide is attendance. The first point is attendance. You must attend 90% or more of the required class times and be tardy for class no more than 8 times during a 6 week. And please notify instructor before planned absences or tardiness. Be prepared for work by reading assignments and completing job. You must be prepared for your work or for your assignments. Be completing your assignments before submissions, and you must be prepared by reading some notes or some content of the work before you proceed. So the next point is participate in activities by contributing to work discussion, completing assignments, and being involved in any company activities. Okay, please don't be too individual. Please be participate in any group activities that your company attend you to do. And the last one is use work time appropriately. So the next point is character. Alright, so in this point is I'll give you a few example of character that you can apply in your work or in your job. Alright, so you must display a high level of commitment to performing and completing work. You must display your commitment to your company, to your instructor, to your boss, and so on. And please be honest in all situations. Don't ever lie. Demonstrate trustworthiness and responsible behavior. And please display loyalty, dependability, reliability, initiative, and self-discipline. If you apply all of this, it's not only will giving you a good perceptions of yourself, but it will also give you a good opportunity in work area. Alright, so let me give you a few examples of character that you can apply in your job. The first one is loyalty. So, in return for salary and benefits, the firm expects loyalty from you. With loyalty comes a sense of pride. If you cannot feel faithfulness and allegiance to your company, you should seek a job somewhere else. The next one, character that you can apply is honesty. Alright, so by using the company telephones and for personal calls, checking your emails or texting is actually stealing from the company. Fun facts. And please never rely on your application, on your timesheet and expense statement. Please be honest. And never cheat your customer, your associate and employer. This will display a bad behavior of you. Trustworthiness. Alright, so higher trust, higher pay. That's mean if your boss is trust you, higher trust in you, have a higher trust in you, you will get a higher pay. Example. Some example for trustworthiness from your company or your firm is closing or opening the office, supervising others, and handling cash. Handling cash is very important. If your boss or your instructor give the responsibility to you to handling cash, that's mean they trust you. And please do not break their trust. If you complete a task that given to you, you will earn some trust. Dependability plus reliability, you will earn trustworthiness. Employers can see quickly who can handle responsibility. Next character that you can apply in your job is self-discipline and self-responsibility. What is self-discipline? Right, so self-discipline is a part of accepting responsibility. If you accept your responsibility that are given to you, that means you have self-discipline. Self-discipline requires the handling of emotions. If you feel bad at work, you know how to handle your emotions, and that is considered as self-discipline. Alright, so the hard part is making the best choice among the alternatives. The next character is initiative. When employees have initiative, they are willing to see that work gets done. If they don't have any initiative, the works that are assigned to them will never get done, because the employees does not have initiative to get it done. Alright, so the next point is people with initiative are motivated, enthusiastic, industrious, and hardworking. People with initiative see a job that needs to be done and do it, not delaying and giving excuses. Alright, so the second point is teamwork. Alright, so for teamwork, encourage and facilitate cooperation, pride, trust, and group identity. Foster commitment and team spirit. Facilitate cooperation. Respect the right of others. Respect confidentiality. Is a team worker. Is cooperative, is assertive, and from teamwork also you can display a customer service attitude, a good customer service attitude, and from teamwork also you can seek opportunity for continuous in your job. The next point is appearance. You must present a neat and clean appearance. Okay, your appearance will show what type of worker are you. Please practice personal hygiene, especially during this pandemic season. So you must learn and apply how you take care of your personal hygiene. Please wear clothing suitable to the job, task and environment. Use appropriate verbal and written ethic. Appearance deals with every aspect of how we perceive an individual. True, from someone's appearance, we can give our opinion of what the person will look like or what the attitude of the person just from his or her appearance. In an instant, we form opinions about a person based on their appearance, their smell, their cleanliness, and their mannerism. The next one is depending on the careers, acceptable appearance may vary. Depending on your work. If you're a teacher, you can wear baju kurung or baju Melayu or long sleeve shirts, and if you a cleaner, you can wear something comfortable for you or your company uniform, and so on and so forth. Regardless of the job, there is no excuse for not being groomed correctly. The next point is attitude. Alright, you must demonstrate a positive attitude, because we can never underestimate the power of proper attitude. Attitude determines how successful we will be, and attitude determines altitude. If attitude appears self-confident, self-confidence is a strive to success, and self-confidence is also willing to learn new skills, to take opportunities, and to grow. The next point is productivity. From productivity, we learn how to follow directions and procedures, observe established policies on safety, notify proper authorities of circumstances or situations presenting potential safety hazards, maintain equipment and supplies, keep work area neat and clean. This is very important, as we don't want something bad to happen in our workplace area. Conserve materials. Do not use or knowingly permit others to use tools and equipment improperly, because same as what I just said just now, is we don't want anything bad to happen to our colleague, to ourselves in our workplace area. Make up missed assignments in a timely manner, and please stay on task and utilize time constructively. The seventh point is organizational skills. Please prioritize and manage time and strive effectively. Please demonstrate flexibility in adapting to changes. Alright, so the time management skills. Ask for help. Many are scared to ask for help. Many workers are very scared to ask for help from their colleagues or from their boss. It is okay to ask for help. Fear being seen as intrusive or dumb. Help comes in many forms, and fun facts, people around you are paid to help. The next point is communication. Communicate accurate information to others in a professional and courteous manner. Display appropriate nonverbal, eye contact, body language, and oral listening, telephone ethics, grammar skills. Listen attentively to others. The next point is cooperation. Convey a willingness to assist others. Work to resolve conflicts and to identify solutions in which all parties benefit. Demonstrate concern for treating people fairly and equitably. Please follow the chain of command in resolving conflicts. Display leadership skills. Appropriately handle criticisms that are given to you, all the complaints and all the conflicts. Please handle it appropriately. Demonstrate problem-solving capability. Maintain appropriate relationships with a supervisor and peers. Last but not least, the last point is respect. This is a very important point. Please treat instructor, staff, and fellow students with respect, courtesy, and tact. No matter who the person is, if she is a cleaner or if she is a guard, please respect. Do not engage in harassments of any kinds. Know the legal definitions of sexual harassment. Deal appropriately with cultural or racial diversity. We don't want you to be a racist. And that's all for me. Thank you. I will pass to Afiq Rushaidi.
Comment. Hi, my name is Muhammad Afiq Rushaidi bin Edi Yusuf. So today I will continue as a presenter number 3. My title is Professional Accountability and Integrity. Professional accountability. Accountability in the workplace means that all employees are responsible for their action, behaviors, performance and decision. It's also linked to an increase in commitment to work and employee morale, which leads to higher performance. However, accountability is lacking in many workplaces. Accountability in the workplace. Accountability is about ownership and initiative. This means that when an employee says they will do something, they follow through and get it done. It's recognized that other team members are dependent on the result of your work. It's about open, proactive communication to keep team members informed of the status of your commitments, because it has a direct impact on their ability to achieve their own commitments. What happens when there is no accountability? It damages the team. When people are not accountable, one person's delay becomes the team's delay. On shortfalls snowballs into bigger shortfalls. Tolerating missed deadlines, lack of punctuality, and unfinished work have the tendency to make this behavior no big deal. People learn that the real deadline is a week from the published one, that consistently being 10 minutes late for a meeting is the norm, that subpar work is acceptable. Your team suffers, and ultimately your workplace culture suffers too. How to make accountability a core part of your culture and a core value of your team. The two biggest reasons that we resist holding others accountable are because we are uncomfortable doing it and because we forget to do it. Point number 1, lead by example and hold yourself accountable first. As a manager, you are the setter of tone, performance and a culture for your team. People will follow your lead. If you are continuously showing up to meetings late, punish deadlines and not owning up to your mistakes, the team will follow suit. So how do you demonstrate your own accountability in the workplace? First, complete tasks that have been assigned to you by the timeline you agreed on. Second, be responsible for the success of your team and make the effort to support your team when needed. Third, when you schedule meetings, respect everyone else's time by showing up prepared and on time, and expect that others to do too. Number 2, work on your feedback skills. Giving thought feedback is not easy, but you can get better at it. One of the most important things you do as a manager is to provide feedback. In fact, a global survey conducted by Deloitte found that learning and development is a top priority for both millennials and Gen Z, coming in third after fair pay and opportunities for advancement. So, even negative feedback is better than no feedback at all. When you regularly give feedback, it makes feedback much easier to give and receive. It also reduces the chance of your direct report being surprised by the feedback they are receiving, leading to further disengagement. Recognize that procrastinating feedback only makes things worse. As uncomfortable as it is, when we procrastinate providing feedback, we only make matters worse. Issues very rarely resolve themselves and just turn into bigger issues. Eventually, you have to deal with it. It is easier to deal with the issues as soon as possible for you, for the person you are providing the feedback to. For the rest of the team, remind yourself of this often. Point number 4, make accountability a habit. Setting up a reminder to give and solicit feedback as a part of each meeting agenda will help ensure that feedback flows consistently. We believe one-on-ones and team meetings are great opportunities to build a habit around accountability. Point number 5. Keep track of your commitments and hold each other accountable. If you make a promise to provide more feedback to your direct report, make sure you add that as a future agenda item to hold yourself accountable. If your employee commits to providing a work back schedule for a project by such date, make sure you have a way to check it on that day. So we move on to integrity. Integrity in the workplace comes in many forms, but above all refer to having upstanding character trait and work ethics, including sound judgment, honesty, dependability, and loyalty. Maintaining integrity at work is crucial for employees at all levels, but especially as you continue to move up the ladder. Having integrity helps foster an open, positive work environment and an ethical approach to decision making. Not only is workplace integrity beneficial to business, but it also beneficial to the individual by showing that you are an honest and dependable person. You will gain respect and trust from your peers and managers. So how to demonstrate integrity in the workplace? First, respect and follow company policies. Workplace policies are created to guide you on best practice for everything, from conduct to dress code. Following your company policy enables you to make informed decisions based on business value and objective. Second, be ready to work. Many of us know people who are willing to delegate but hesitant to get their hands dirty. Employees with integrity, on the other hand, are willing to go above and beyond their own work and help others out if the situation calls for it. Third, lead by example. Your working style and attitude towards others will help set a solid foundation for what you value most in others, especially people who report to you. Working to a high standard and maintaining professional conduct encourage others to follow suit. Number 4, respect others' opinion even if you don't agree with them. No matter how great your working environment may be, chances are there will be times when you simply don't agree with someone else's opinion. In these cases, it is still important to be respectful, listen and take on board what other person is saying. Number 5, be accountable for your mistake. Everybody makes mistakes from time to time. Owning up to and being accountable for your mistakes demonstrates that you are honest and open to constructive feedback. Both traits are common to people with a high degree of workplace integrity. Example of integrity in the workplace. Number 1, John missed a deadline for an important project due to two of his team members not delivering what was expected. Instead of blaming his team members, John took responsibility for the missed deadline, making sure to provide further training and change the process to prevent missed deadline from occurring again. So that is the first example. The second example is Susan and her peer Steve were discussing how to allocate their marketing budget for the upcoming quarter. Steve suggested that they put a large chunk of the budget towards a major marketing campaign at the start of the quarter. Although Susan decided that they would not be able to execute it as so soon, she earmarked Steve's campaign idea for the following quarter so that they would have enough time to prepare and execute it further down the track. Okay, so that's all for me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to Dr. Fatin Alena binti Muhammad Razi and to all my friends. Thank you Afiq Rushadi for the explanation. Now, it is my turn to explain my part for this topic. Firstly, I will introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Firdaus bin Hud. For this part, my topic is issues in integrity and work ethic. Now we move to the second slide. From what we can see here, there is a issue in integrity and work ethics. There is 5 issues. So I will be explained for you one by one, so please pay attention. So the first one is dishonesty in the workplace. The second one is unethical leadership. The third one is verbal harassment and abuse. The fourth one is toxic workplace culture. And the last one is the unrealistic and conflicting goals. Now we move to the first issues, dishonesty in the workplace. Dishonesty in the workplace includes employee theft, submitting incorrect timesheets, lying to managers and co-workers, and unethical conduct such as harassment, drug abuse. For example, when a small businesses experience dishonesty in the workplace, it can result in a lost revenue, a drop in the productivity, and lower morale. After that, we move to the causes of these issues. The causes is weak company enforcement. For example, the company allows and even perpetuates dishonesty by not taking a strong stance against it. There must be a comprehensive policies outlining what dishonesty is and the consequences for employees who violate those policies. The company management and ownership must be vigilant in enforcing these policies to create a culture that shuns dishonesty. Now we're gonna look the effect that arise from the dishonesty in the workplace. The effect is low morale. Dishonesty in the workplace can be a cause of low morale. It can trigger an existing atmosphere of employee dissatisfaction. Next, the employees will be dissatisfied with their jobs. So the effect is the company management or conditions in the workplace may engage in employee theft, misrepresentation of work hours on their timesheets, and slowing down the productivity. Now we move to the second issues, verbal harassment or abuse. Verbal harassment behaviors include things like threatening, yelling, insulting, or cursing at victim in public or in private. If this is aimed at someone in a protected class, it is unlawful. For example, when you work at your workplace and you are busy doing your work without disturbing any people, suddenly someone just yelling at you in front of public, what do you feel? As you can see here, there is a causes for these issues. The causes is stress, job problem, and mental health. The researchers found that verbal harassment had an effect as same as physical or non-domestic sexual mistreatment. Verbal aggression alone turns out to be a particularly strong risk factor for depression, anger, hostility, and dissociation disorders. So the effect is dissatisfaction. For example, a customer or worker are known to get angry and may result in verbal abuse due to a bad product or service. They may even get insult you when they are at fault. Next, it is common among employees to verbally harass employees when they make a little mistake. This will reduce employee morale and productivity. The third issue is unethical leadership. Brown and Michelle in their 2010 Businesses Ethic Quarterly article, Ethical and Unethical Leadership, Exploring New Avenues for Future Research, define unethical leadership as behaviors conducted and decisions made by organizational leaders that are illegal and violate moral standards. So the causes for these issues is abuse of leadership authority. As you can see here in the picture, it looks like the leader having a personal issues. The worker having a personal issues with your boss is one thing, but reporting to a person who is behaving unethically is another. This may come in obvious form, like manipulating numbers in a report or spending company money on inappropriate activities. However, it can also occur more subtly in the form of bullying, accepting inappropriate gift from suppliers, or asking you to skip a standard procedure just once. So the effect of these issues is low job satisfaction. As you can see here, above my head, the pictures, two workers looking so unsatisfied. So the effect is the employee anxieties, feeling of helplessness, frustration, low job satisfaction, and loss of trust toward the leaders. So the effect is it will become a work alienation and related negative consequences for private life of employees. The fourth issue is toxic workplace culture. A toxic work culture is one where the workplace is plagued by fighting, drama, and unhappy employees to the point that productivity and the well-being of the people in the office is affected. So, the causes of these issues is unethical leader. Some organizations helmed by unethical leadership are more often than not plagued by a toxic workplace culture. Leaders who think nothing of taking bribes, manipulating sales figures, data, and pressuring employees or business associates for favors will think nothing of disrespecting and bullying their employees. As you can see, for example, at the picture. So, the effect for these issues is ethical issues. A toxic culture can be exacerbated by continually repopulating the company with like-minded personalities and toxic mentalities. Even worse, hiring for a cultural fit can be a smoke screen for discrimination, which can result in more ethical issues and legal ramifications. This is the last issues, unrealistic and conflicting goals. Conflicting work goals are hard to fix if something beyond your control occurs, or it's just not logistically possible. When setting goals, look at how reasonable your goal is. Also brainstorm situation, event, or possibilities which may arise and make your goal impossible to achieve. The causes for these issues is set a goal and expectation too high. For example, your organization sets a goal. It could be a monthly sales figure or product production numbers that seems unrealistic, even unattainable. Next, it's how employees and even some leaders go about reaching the goal that could raise an ethical red flag. The effect for these issues is undue pressures on the employees. Unrealistic objective can spur leaders to put undue pressure on their employees, and employees may consider cutting corners or breaching ethical or legal guidelines to obtain them. Next, cutting corner ethically is a shortcut that rarely pays off. And if your entire team or department is failing to meet goals, company leadership needs to feedback to revisit those goals and re-evaluate performance expectation. Now, this is the end for the slideshow for fourth presenter. That's it for me. Thank you. Now I will pass to Sarah Akila for the next part of this topic. Thank you.
I am Sarah Akila Berjamalai. I'm going to explain about the benefit of workplace ethics and professional ethics, and also how to encourage the workplace ethics and professional ethics. Okay, we will go through the benefit of workplace ethics and professional ethics. So for the first benefit of workplace ethics and professional ethics is can increase our productivity. When the working staff and the workers value the work given to them, and then they will do all the given work in time and achieve their set targets. So this will greatly affect the productivity of his or her work. It helps in aligning the values of your work with those of your workers. It will enhance community integrity and openness among employees. For example, in education, when the educators has the value of the productivity, it will help the educators to be an effective teacher and investigate new pathway for learning. And the teacher get enthusiastic about new ways of teaching and learning. Next, we can develop teamwork. So when all the workers do their job in a responsible way, they will achieve their target before the deadline. It is because of the teamwork. A good teamwork can foster creativity and learning. Creativity thrives when people work together on a team. Brainstorming ideas as a group prevents stale viewpoints that often come out of working solo. Combining unique perspective from each team member creates more effective solutions. What you have learned from your individual experience is entirely different from your coworkers. Thus, teamwork also maximizes shared knowledge in the workplace and helps you to learn new skills you can use for the rest of your career. The third one is decision making and implementing is always easy. Ethical conduct in the workplace encourage a culture of making decisions based on ethics. It also enhances accountability and transparency when undertaking any company decision. During turbulent times, a strong ethical culture guides you in managing such conflicts by making the right moves. It can help you to introduce change successfully in your organization, which can be a challenge. Next is a trouble-free working environment. Generally, where everyone is unknown and moreover no one wants to know each other, there are higher chance of great trouble. But when there is a friendly, respectful and great workplace or environment between the employees, it can reduce problems between employees. If in case a situation arises where there is some little misunderstanding between the employees, it gets solved within them due to a better and strong understanding between all the employees. Even the management does not have to bother about those small little things, as they know that the employees will take better care of themselves. Next, there is no one left negative. A worker's negative attitude while working could affect the whole working environment, thus contribute to the decline of working performance. But when everything is good to go and everyone is concerned about one another, then things become systematic. The absence of positive energy and supportive environment will likely change the negative atmosphere into a conducive working environment. So the last benefit for the workplace ethics and professional ethics is less legal issues. When everything is systematic and functional, and in addition, your workers are cooperative and understanding, then you won't be facing any problems or legal obligations from the employees' end. because all the workers are treated equally and all are well known with their duties which the job requires for them. Next, we're gonna discuss about the how to encourage workplace ethics and professional ethics among workers. First, offers ethics training. Managers or leaders should set up seminar, workshop and similar programs to promote ethics in the workplace. Training sessions reinforce the organization's standard of conduct to clarify what practices are not permissible and to address possible ethical dilemmas. Second is clear goals and objectives. More often than not, it becomes difficult for employees to complete tasks without clear goals and objectives. Employees' work ethic also strengthens when they are fully aware of the work they are doing. Team leaders or managers should clearly explain the goals and objectives before they start a new task. Irrespective of talent and work experience, employees need direction. Every organization follows a defined corporate ethical culture. Therefore, managers need to align them with clear goals and objectives. The third one is set a good example. If you want to instill good work ethics among your team, you must lead them from the front. Don't set the benchmark for your team. You cannot expect to see a great result. It is crucial to have a code of ethics and professional ethics, but it's more important to ensure everyone abides. Humans perceive through their sense and act accordingly. Therefore, to ignite the light of the dedication and commitment, you must be the torchbearer. Next, create a right work environment. A clutter-free work environment is a doorway of clarity of thoughts and ideas. It's a psychologically proven fact that our physical environment links directly to our mental well-being and productivity. The aesthetic of the physical work environment differs from the size of the organization, but you can always make it safe and friendly for your employees. You need to ensure your employees feel safe. The last one is professionalism. A real professional by the way they talk, dress, and conduct in the workplace. A professional person exhibits a quality of craft and service. Professionalism starts with trust, conduct, loyalty, discipline, and hunger for excellence. Employees with this work ethic take work wholeheartedly and strive to bring excellence in whichever position they are into. They always respect for their conduct and no-nonsense attitude towards work. This draws the team members towards his or her vision. Managers, therefore, can promote professionalism and bring goodwill to an organization. So we are at our last section, which is conclusion. So we can conclude that truly ethics play a vital role in a person's life. It decides all the characteristics that you will possess under different circumstances. Moreover, all the emotions, vision of your life, way of living, struggle, happiness, desire are greatly influenced by the type of ethics you have learned, from which moreover makes you a part of society, and people judge you from the ethics you possess in the society. The more you take a hold on your ethics, the more stable and perfect you will become in your lifestyle. Ethics not only improve the way of our living, but it also set up a defined path which we can follow by following our ethics, and which will be finally leading you towards a final destination. The more you improve and travel on the perfect path, the more successful your achievements will be. Thank you.